The autumn of 2025 was supposed to be a quiet season for the House of Windsor. Instead, a ghost arrived, Virginia Giuffre's posthumous memoir. Her book, released months after her tragic death, hit the public like a controlled detonation, transforming her from accuser to martyr. This wasn't just a rehash of old wounds. It was a final, unanswerable strike at the monarchy's heart. The allegations against Prince Andrew had long haunted the royals, but Giuffre's memoir added a chilling new dimension, a systemic effort to silence her and protect the institution. The book's instant bestseller status showed the public's hunger for the story the palace never wanted told. Days before publication, Prince Andrew, now 65, made a final theatrical exit from public life, relinquishing his remaining titles in a move no one saw as noble. The palace knew what was coming. They'd spent years trying to extinguish this fire. Giuffre's death cast a long shadow over every word, lending her claims devastating weight. She was no longer a litigant to be settled with, or a voice to be discredited. Her story was now frozen in time. The narrative was no longer just about abuse. It was about the soul-crushing cost of fighting an invincible system. The monarchy could no longer answer with denials or legal maneuvers. Giuffre's memoir became the ultimate accusation, one that could not be silenced. The public and the palace were left to reckon with a story that refused to die. The season of quiet consolidation was over. The reckoning had begun. At the core of is a bombshell. Giuffre claimed her 2019 TV interview was deliberately suppressed by order of Buckingham Palace. She alleged the palace threatened the broadcaster, air the interview, and lose all royal access, especially to William and Kate. Faced with exile from the royal fold, the broadcaster chose survival over truth. This wasn't about protecting Andrew, already disgraced. It was about shielding the unblemished brand of William and Kate, the monarchy's future. The palace, Giuffre wrote, valued its image above a survivor's truth. The implication: the monarchy operates less like a constitutional institution and more like a ruthless corporation, managing its brand at any cost. If true, the truth of a vulnerable woman was sacrificed for the crown's future. The system's moral sickness was laid bare. The public was left to wonder what else had been buried to protect the royal image. The palace's alleged intervention was a chilling indictment of its priorities. The cost of silence was now impossible to ignore. The real engine behind the palace's actions: protecting William and Kate. Andrew was expendable. The future king and queen were the crown jewels. Giuffre's claim that her interview was quashed to protect their image reveals the strategy. Any threat to their flawless persona was neutralized. The media's glowing coverage of William and Kate is no accident. It's the result of relentless PR and a tacit agreement positive stories in exchange for access. The sins of others become collateral damage. This creates a hierarchy of truth, where the heir's reputation is paramount. William and Kate live in a gilded cage, their lives a performance that must remain perfect. The cost? Accountability is sacrificed for image. The public sees only what the palace wants them to see. The fates of Andrew and William reveal the monarchy's ruthless pragmatism. Andrew was cast out, stripped of titles, a sacrificial lamb to protect the institution. His exile was a managed retreat, not a moral awakening. Only when Andrew became too toxic did the palace finally cut him loose. In contrast, William's path was cleared. Every step taken to distance the monarchy from Andrew also insulated the heir. The narrative: Andrew is the past, William is the future. The public is asked to forget their family, products of the same system. The monarchy is a firm, and William is its most valuable asset. Andrew's disgrace is used to reinforce the purity of the direct line. The institution demonstrates it can be ruthless, excising its own to protect the crown. Andrew's fall is the shadow that lets William's light shine brighter. The monarchy's survival depends on this carefully constructed dichotomy. The palace's power over the media is key to suppressing stories like Jouffre's. The royal Rota system creates a symbiotic relationship. The palace needs positive coverage, the media needs royal access. The threat is clear: play by our rules or lose your golden ticket. This fosters self-censorship. Editors think twice before risking access to William and Kate. Journalists become insiders, rewarded for compliance, punished for criticism. The result: a sanitized narrative, with damaging stories downplayed or delayed. The public gets a curated fairy tale, while the messier realities are hidden. In this environment, voices like Jouffre's struggle to be heard. Jouffre's silencing fits a royal pattern. Women who challenge the institution are managed, discredited, or erased. Diana exposed this dynamic, taking control of her narrative and facing swift backlash. She was painted as unstable, her voice a threat to the monarchy's image. Decades later, Meghan Markle faced similar treatment, her struggles dismissed, her credibility attacked. The media, fed by palace sources, amplified the negative narrative. Jouffre, as an outsider, was even more vulnerable. Her memoir details harassment and attempts to discredit her, fitting the historical pattern. The institution protects powerful men and the status quo, often at the expense of women who speak out. The treatment of Diana, Meghan, and Virginia reveals a deep-seated reflex to silence inconvenient truths. The cost is borne by those who dare to challenge the system. Has shaken public trust in the monarchy to its core. This is no longer about one rogue prince. It's a crisis of institutional integrity. The claim that the palace suppressed a victim's testimony is a cover-up at the highest level. In the Me Too era, the public has little tolerance for institutions that protect powerful men over victims. The monarchy's image is now tainted, its mystique eroded. Every official denial is viewed with suspicion. Lawmakers call for accountability. The cracks in the crown are visible. The question: can the monarchy ever repair this damage? The monarchy stands at a crossroads, its future uncertain. The revelations in Jouffre's memoir demand a reckoning. Old tactics of silence and media management no longer work. Protecting William and Kate, while hoping the scandal fades, is a short-term fix that deepens public cynicism. The public now sees the monarchy as a system that protected an alleged abuser and silenced his victim. A genuine path forward requires radical transparency and accountability, opening the books, answering hard questions, and apologizing for the institution's role. It's a monumental gamble, but the only route to rebuilding trust. The king and his heir must choose retreat into the fortress or step into the light and begin atonement. Jouffre's final testimony leaves no easy options. Her voice, silenced in life, is now deafening in death. The world is watching to see if the House of Windsor will finally listen or remain a relic adrift in a changed world.
The submission itself sounds nice. And to my amazing and peculiar Sussex family, thank you all for watching our videos and tuning in to Daily Diaries Friday's update. Keep it light, keep it there, and see you next time in our next episode. Bye bye. May you have a good day and a good time. Keep shining. Bye bye.